Hi, everyone. It's Anna here from the Divorce Allies and from Anagram Creates. And this is a very hands-on workshop where I'm going to be walking through. I recorded it on my phone and then I have the video to present to you to show you truly the process that I'm using at least every day or maybe 3 times a week of how I create all of my content. And this is not only for marketing content, but just really any creative project that you might want to do, or even like Melissa is going to create a separate workshop about creating your position statement. So, this again is just like a walkthrough of my complete process, how to create something super easily, taking out the difficult in betweens, and walking away within like 5 minutes with a structure you're really happy with. So, this is what I use when I need to make either a blog on my website or an Instagram post or a LinkedIn post. This is truly the process I'm doing every single week. So, a lot of times I'm a very structured person. So, a lot of my times I'm recording just thoughts and ideas on Mondays. And then on like Tuesdays or Wednesdays, or when I'm really like sitting and bulk editing, I'll take any of those voice memos and I'll run it through ChatGPT to help me just structure my blog and my future Instagram posts. So let me pull up the video. I'm going to walk you through kind of all the steps as I go so you can see. So, number one importance, let me just even go back here. So, this voice memos application is on everyone's iPhone. So if it's not on your home screen, you've probably accidentally removed it from your home screen at some point. You can go back in your settings and always get it. This is an Apple product. It's not an app that I've downloaded. I got my iPhone with this app. If you have an Android, there should be a very similar application that probably has the same name or a similar type name. Again, probably should already be installed on your Android. So then you just pull it up. And you can see I have about, as of today, 94 recordings, which a lot of them have different titles or have deleted. So I probably have more like 200. But you can see it's just like I sit and I just brainstorm. So today before I recorded any of this, I had an idea that I wanted to expand about the concept of restarting or relaunching your Instagram and making sure you're doing it right. So I sat there and I just talked through, some potential hook ideas, talked through some narratives, some case studies, some actual theory about it. And so you can see it was around 3 minutes and 45 seconds. And that will give a lot of structure for all the content I'm wanting to make. So I'll just go ahead and again, play the video. Next step, I'm going to actually copy the transcript. So I don't even have to download this audio file. I can automatically copy the whole transcript of what I just said, like instantaneously. You don't even have to wait for it to download. So I click copy transcript. And then I go right into ChatGPT. So I use ChatGPT. A lot of people use like Claude or Gemini, or I've even heard of Jasper. But I use ChatGPT. Now, this is something that I do want to mention. I already have my ChatGPT pretty built, so it does understand my tone. It does understand my voice. But granted, I'm using a brand new ChatGPT like folder for this. So this is a brand new one. The memory's off. There has been no prior information being put into this specific ChatGPT. So you'll see I'll walk you through this. So I'm going to type in, please turn this transcript into a blog. Make sure to keep my tone and style just like I speak. So thank you. So I'm just going to pause the video really quick. The reason I tell it to keep my tone and style is because for me personally, I talk a lot more authentically than I type. I find when I type a lot more professionally. Whereas when I speak, it's a lot more conversational, and that's how I always want my content to come across. So I always am asking it to use the tone of my voice as opposed to like if I'm just typing in what I'm trying to think. So that's why I did it that way. If you don't want it to sound like how you actually speak, then adjust. So then I literally copied and pasted from the voice memo, and you'll see in real time how fast it works. So it's already starting to create this blog post. It has the title, it has some of the key topics. And again, this is nothing that I'm like copying and pasting directly. I go in, I usually like copy and paste the blog that it gave me and like redo some things. And then I re-enter it back into ChatGPT just to ask, hey, does this flow make sense? Is the grammar correct? Blah, blah, blah. But I'm never necessarily copying and pasting unless I'm in total time crunch and create a funk. But that's such an easy way to just get the base. Like I just voice memoed for almost 4 minutes, and within 20 seconds, the foundation's there. So then as ChatGPT does, it always asks you follow-up questions. So in this instance, it's saying, would you like me to also format this for LinkedIn or keep it more like a story style blog for your website? And then just to kind of show you all of the functionality, I just went ahead and put in, can you also give me 3 carousel ideas for Instagram based off of the transcript? So again, if you don't know what a carousel post on Instagram is, you might have seen it. It's like when there are 5 or 6 different slides that are either text or pictures, and it always has educational text on it. So like 5 steps to make the best chocolate chip cookie. And then it goes through like step 1, step 2, step 3. So I like those for my Instagram account. I think it does a great way to show it as like kind of my CV on my Instagram, which is a whole nother topic that I'll get to eventually. But again, just wanted to show you some of the functionalities of chat. Again, it instantly spits them out. It takes some ideas from the transcript. And I was just specific on the transcript because sometimes it'll just start referencing like the blog post, or it'll start referencing something that AI gave you, but I always want to reference it back to the transcript to ensure that it's getting my full information. And then you can just see, like, I'm just typing along. I say, I will come back to all of this in a moment. And then I ask, do you have ideas on a follow-up post I could do next week? Again, you can see my full question. And the reason I did this is just to show you that, again, if you're kind of stuck in this creative funk or you need to mass produce content, you can. All you need is that like initial chunk of information, chunk of a topic, and then it can help create more content that flows cohesively from that initial idea. And again, these are just like, I always recommend my clients, my colleagues, my family, speak to ChatGPT as if it's your assistant, as it's like, speak to it like it's a human, like ask it actual commands. Like that didn't make so much sense. Can you reformat it in a way that would be easily understood by 21-year-olds, whatever it might be? I think a lot of times, people get fixated on what specific prompts to give AI, which is huge. If you're starting from zero, it's good to know what type of prompts. But essentially a prompt, you're just asking it specifically what you want it to do. So again, I mean, I can press play and have you see how it populates it. But I think the number one thing that I just wanted you to see is how easy this is, how all you have to do is record some type of idea, plug it into AI, ask it follow-up prompts, help it get some structure around what you're wanting it to do, and boom, in 5-10 minutes, you can have tons of stuff. So I think that this is helpful. Not only it's helpful for me because I'm running my business, because I'm helping the divorce allies, because I'm helping you all just understand all of these ideas that you can create quickly and easily. But I think for anyone's instance, whether you're doing marketing, whether you're building your company, well, whether you're building your side hustle, maybe you just want to create a personalized journal or a personalized um, reset reflective activity. So you could literally talk into your voice memos about exactly what you're going through, what emotions you're going through, how maybe like the struggles that you feel like people aren't seeing you, aren't hearing you, and then copy and paste it into ChatGPT and ask, please make me a 30-day calendar that has affirmations, reflection prompts. Maybe you're just wanting affirmations for now, or maybe you're wanting to integrate some yoga and ask it like what yoga sequences to do for these next 30 days. That is the freedom of artificial intelligence. You can quickly voice anything you want to talk about, new ideas, new recipes, new theories, whatever it might be, plug them into AI and help it structure what you wanted to create. It's that easy, I promise. And then to take it to the next level, if you're creating a journal or a downloadable, then you can take it to Canva, which I am going to do a workshop on that very soon. Melissa and I are creating a whole course. So I'm going to make the downloadable first and then kind of unpack and rewind my process so you can see the full perfect version of the packet and how I kind of got started and work backwards. Also, like creating some of these, Canva has tons of templates. Utilize those templates, adjust the colors of fonts as you need them. I know Canva is kind of a learning curve for some people, but I think as long as you have like a Word document of all the content you want, eventually you can hire someone like me or really any freelancer that can help make it look pretty and into the structure that you really want it to be. But I think, again, AI right now is your friend. Use it as your creative assistant, use it as your author assistant, anything that you need it to be. I think for everyone's path right now, it's really good to document where you're at. I don't like to write. I like to verbalize, like I kind of mentioned. So even in all of these voice notes, it's a combination between business, personal, spirituality. I mean, and it's a great way for me to kind of track where I've been and where I've come thus far. So I hope that this workshop was helpful. I hope we're trying to make things very tangible for everyone to do, specifically on the phone, because we realize that maybe you don't have access to a laptop or a big computer right now, or maybe it's with your ex-spouse or it's in the house and your kids have access to it. So we want to make sure everything's geared to the phone. So this is a great way to just, if you're on a walk with your dog in the morning, you're in the grocery store, you're in a car ride, you have all the tools right here with you. If you have any questions, I am always available to answer them. You can email me at Anna, ANNA, at Anagram Creates, which is ANAGRAM Creates. You can also find all my contact information at the Divorce Allies. Again, we're here for you. We're your support system. Let us know any situations you're going through, and we're happy to give resources and advice to help. Okay, ladies, thank you so much and see you next week.